Hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the room. Just putting on a little lotion, to stay hydrated and moisturized. I hope everybody's well. So we're going to take some time, as I do in the beginning, to give folks an opportunity to get into the room. Wi-Fi is a little spotty, I'm noticing. Let's put a little lotion on this shoulder. Thank you. It's crazy because it went from 14 people in the room to 6. What's going on? Wow, Wi-Fi is really spotty. Oh, thank you, Annie. Thank you, Monique. Thank y'all for the tip. Thank you. I put it across if you would like to give a tip, if you'd like to support your girl, please, you can. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, the usual places. It's been a long time since I've worn her. I gotta remember, I can't raise my hands or else you'll see my bits. Is Ramsterdam here? Okay. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Brenda B. Hi, Connie. Hi, Danielle. Hi, who's Frankie? Hi, Ramsterdam. Annie, thank you so much. Okay, Annie, cool. Who else is in here? Who else did I miss? Tammy, welcome. Hello. Clementine. Diana. All my favorite peeps. El Padilla. All my favorite folk. Okay, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb so folks don't be joining my room unwanted. 34 people in the room. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, you guys. This episode, it was cool. I really want to talk about Love Off the Grid. I'm going to talk about it next, but if I could have talked about it first, I would have. Miss Rooks, hello. Love from Minnesota. Maholi, hello. Esther. Supernatural. Hi, guys. Welcome. I hope that you guys have something fun planned today. If you're an older millennial like me, or like a Gen X, or, somebody who's going to truly appreciate the halftime show, we're about to have so much fun today. It's going to be lit. It really earnestly is. It really, really is. I'm so excited. And I wonder what, the young folk are thinking, because Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Mary J. Blige, and Eminem, that is literally my time frame. That is literally my time frame. So for those of you guys who are not in the US, the Super Bowl is today, which is besides, it happens every Black History Month. It happens in February usually. It's basically American football, the culmination. It's the final game of American football. And people who are super into American football watch the games every Sunday and Monday. So they've been following it. And now this is the culmination. This is the playoffs, or the final game. I don't watch it. I don't care about it. I've never really gone to football parties. I mean, what are Super Bowl parties? But I do enjoy the camaraderie and the food and the halftime show. More importantly, the halftime show is really why the girls come. It's Michael Jackson changed the halftime show forever. It was a pivotal moment in history, in football history. Also, Whitney Houston changed the national anthem forever, I believe, at the Super Bowl. So, did she? She sang, was it a Super Bowl? I'm not sure. But anyways. Hello, Akin. Akin Remisi. Hello. Hello, Antoinette. All right, we're almost at our 60 people. We are 5 minutes and 40 minutes in, 40 seconds in. We're going to start at 6 minutes as per usual. Let's get my notes queued up, ready to go, so I can talk about love during lockup. I don't know the title of it, so let's, as per usual. Here we go. Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to my recap of Love During Lockup. This is season 1, episode 66. I don't know the title, but I want to thank you guys so much for coming to my channel. Thank you for joining me live on this Super Bowl Sunday. If you are new to my channel, my name is Wah, and I do recaps of reality relationship shows such as Love After Lockup, 90 Day Fiancé, and Love Off the Grid now, you know? So go on ahead and join the community, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and let's jump right into our first couple. So we've got some sad news. I'm really sad for Santiba in this moment, okay? So Santiba, y'all, Halsey played her and played her hardcore. So this exact picture we're seeing right now is the picture of Santiba in Portland, Maine. And she is going shopping with her mother, who calls her Sandy. So for me, I said, oh, okay. So her ethnic look does not come from her mother. Because I can't imagine a woman naming their child Santiba and just calling them Sandy, especially if they were of whatever culture it is. Like the same thing with like Barack Obama and the family calling him Barry. You know, it's like the family did it. They named the child to honor the father. But the American family is like, that's too much. Calling you Barry. Can't say Santiba, calling you Sandy. I could be totally wrong, but that's what that was giving me. So Santiba is in this boutique. Why do they always go to boutiques? Why do they always go to boutiques to buy clothes for these inmates coming out of prison? And she's like, I'm about to spend $500. And her mother's like, you have that type of money? And she's like, well, yeah, he deserves clothes. And I said, why don't you go to Walmart and get him clothes? You could find some good stuff at Walmart and you don't have to spend $500. You could spend $200. You could spend $250. Like, why do they always want to go to these small boutiques where like every shirt costs $30? Like, it's unnecessary. But maybe Walmart won't let them film inside. Well, then why can't Santiba just take her own phone and film herself? And her, I don't know. I'm just trying to logistically figure out how they can do it where they don't spend as much money as they want to spend. It's annoying. It's annoying. You know what? It's annoying. So anyways, she gets on the phone and she calls Susan, which is Halsey's mother. And she's like, hi, Susan. Hi, Susan. This is Santiba. And Susan's like, Santiba? And I was like, oh my God, red flag. Like, what's going on? And Santiba's like, yes. And so I'm buying some clothes for Halsey, and I just wanted to ensure that I'm buying the correct sizes because he's getting out soon. And she's like, oh, honey, honey. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Halsey's with somebody else, girl. Like, yeah, somebody else picked him up. I don't know who she is, but he's not with you, girl. I'm really sorry that he scammed you. I'm sorry that I raised such a fraudulent individual. However, yeah, not for you, girl. And Santiba is so upset. She's just like, oh my God, I gotta go. And she like throws her clothes on her mother, and her poor mother's like, where are you going? And I'm like, Mom, she's going outside because she's upset that she spent a full year preparing and planning and loving on this man, and he has like scammed her. And so she goes outside and she's like, Can you just stop following me? Can you stop following me? Just can you stop just for a second? And then she gets into the car and she calls the girls and she's like, "Rally the troops, bitches. We got a scene to film." And so the girls get together. I mean, they're together lickety split. They are together lickety split. And I said, "How did they arrange this? How did they arrange this so fast?" Was it an hour later? And I was peeping the outfit because she had on like, you remember like back in the like late 90s, early aughts, it was kind of in style to wear tank top camis that are fitted with flat, like with designs on them, and then you wear like, it's supposed to be a casual top, but it feels like pajamas to me. But anyways, so she's wearing like the same outfit that she was wearing when she went to purchase, like the flare jeans with the cuts, the black, like she's, I peeped the game. So I said, how did they get these girls together? These girls just like ready to get together. They all just like single like non-mothers who can just drop everything, run to somebody's backyard and start drinking wine? Well, apparently they are, because Kelly was there, the girl from the first episode was there, they were all there to support Santiba. And how like, oh my God, she was giving me such 90s, late 90s, like Valley Girl. It was so crazy, the acting. So the girl time happens. The girls rally, they support her. Nobody says I told you so. They're all like, F Talsey, he's a horrible individual, we hate him. And then we get a moment where they go on Facebook. And listen, it never dawns on me to check somebody's Facebook because I don't be on Facebook, girl. It never dawns on me to check somebody's Instagram, to check somebody's Facebook. Like, that's just not me. Like, I'm glad I have a friend like Chris Farah. I have to put the fan on, it's hot. I'm glad I have a friend like Chris Farah to be that person, to be like, let's check social media, because I wouldn't. Like, if somebody doesn't give me their social media, I don't ever look for them. I'm never going to. It's just, none of my business, none of my business. And so they find that he's blocked her. Santiba can't even find this man on Facebook. So her friend looks him up. Talsey, unique name. There is a joint Facebook account and it says engaged on it. And I said, wow, I don't know what is happening on Facebook. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. If I were to get engaged, it 100% would not be announced on Facebook. In fact, I don't even think Facebook has like my real name. Like, I have a Just Call Me Wah account, which I rarely check. And then I have another one, not my real name. Like, you are not going to be able to find me on that. Hashtag no new friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, dropped a lot of people a couple of years ago. It is just not my sphere. So when I see people checking Facebook, I'm always like, really? Why not Instagram? Anyways, so they find out that he's engaged and that, he's been lying to her the entire time. Hold on one second. I'm live. Don't say anything. I'm live. Bye. Text me. And so, I just can't even imagine what she's going through. I feel really terrible for her, but life lessons and lessons learned, right? Okay, great. Let's move on. So the next couple that we are going to talk about now, this woman jumped all the way out of her skin. I don't have a picture because I forgot to upload the pictures. I was late, guys. The fact that I turned on at 12 and I had all my makeup and jewelry on, this hair, and I was just barely lotioning, it was a marathon to get here. So I didn't upload any pictures. So I'm sad that I gotta put up let me see if I have a picture of Ty, because this girl was in rare form today. I was so disappointed in the way that she behaved, because as much as I understand that Ty is giving us a show, I didn't expect her to give us this kind of show. It was too much personally for me, because the storyline is fake, but then for them to keep saying, I'm trying to come at you as a woman. Anyways, let me back up and just tell you what happened. So Ty decides that she doesn't want to meet She doesn't want to meet Boston in the beauty salon. She wants to meet Boston on her own turf. And so she asks Boston to meet her at the mortuary. the place where she works. So then I think to myself, oh, you don't actually work there because you are fired, ma'am. No matter if you're trying to promote the mortuary, you are fired. If I were that mortician, is that word? If I were that mortician, I would have fired her. You don't get to bring your drama and act a fool in front of my place of business. Like, it was too much. So she's like wearing a cute outfit. Okay, I was feeling the crop top. I always enjoy a woman who is comfortable in a crop top, girl. And she's got on some high-waisted polka dotted bell pants. Love the outfit. I think Tai is really cute. And she is waiting in the mortuary area for Boston to show up. And Boston shows up on foot, okay? On foot. And as soon as they pop up, right, Tai says, oh, hello, is your name Boston? And I said, bitch, what do you think her name is? She's got a whole camera crew behind her. You know this is Boston. But I guess she wanted to check this time because the last time she almost wailed on someone. And so she was like, is your name Boston? And Boston was like, yes. And then all of a sudden she starts swinging. But she starts swinging like a girl who's like afraid for her face to get pulverized. Because that's me. Like I would never start swinging on anybody. But if I did, it would definitely be like this. Because don't hit my face. This is how I make my money. Don't hit my face. Girl starts swinging. It doesn't even look like a fight it looks like a junior high fight. It looks like this is the first time Tai has been in a fight. She didn't want to mess up her hair and she didn't want to get her face took or hit. So she just is like, meh. And then I can't really tell what Boston is doing because they don't want to show the fight. Like producers love the fact that they're fighting, but they're doing their very best to stop the fight. I mean, Tai's titty is coming out. She is like just really trying to show how, boss B she is. And so then Boston was like, I was trying to come at you like a woman. They're kicking off shoes, girl. It is just a whole ratchet, nasty mess. And Boston calls it. She's like, oh my God, I came to see Tai and to turn out that she's this ratchet, like, ugh. And I said the same thing. I said, absolutely not. However, Tai says that she didn't mean to pop off like that. And the reason why she did was because her nudes were on Instagram. That's why she did. It's like she saw Boston and she couldn't hold herself back because her nudes were on Instagram. And she didn't want it to be that way. But the inner racheta in her popped out and she was not able to stop herself from embarrassing her entire lineage. And I said, okay, girl. I said, okay, if that's what you want to do. It was very much Rodney, Jerry, 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 Jerry. It very much was. And I wasn't expecting it. And I was a little bit like, ew, I don't like it. Very much like, I'm not into this. I'm not into this. Like, I don't like black on black crime. You feel me? I don't like to see two black women fighting over a no good ass who's in prison. It just, even for entertainment value, does not sit well with me. It's not for me. And y'all know it's not. So, producer does her best to break it up. Afterwards, Tai's like, oh, I'm missing 3 nails. And I was like, ew, you lost nails? Because when you have nails, you can't. So the reason why she lost nails is because she tried to make a fist. Girl, you can't make a fist with nails. Who was you going to fight? Who was you going to fight, Tai? You really wasn't going to fight anybody with the nails. Gross. Anyways, so that's what had happened. And they're just fighting over this no good person. She's like, I want to talk to her as a woman. I want to understand the truth. She was like, he's not claiming you. He's not claiming you. And I was like, ugh, 2 women fighting over a man? No, it's not my ministry. I'm not here for that. Not at all. Okay, next couple that we're going to talk about. Indy and Harry. Let's see if I have a picture of them. Now, speaking of fake storylines, Indy and Harry have the best fake storyline. Even if it isn't fake, the fact that the mother is involved as much as she's involved lets me know there's some kind of producing happening from Indy's family. Okay. Indy said her middle name and it was like Indy. It wasn't Indy Ari. It was like Indy something. Did you guys catch that? It was like Indy Win or Indy Ray. It was something that the word Indy and her middle name, or maybe her full name, flows. And I said, oh, that's her name? Did you guys catch that? Let me know if you clocked it and put it down below what her full name is. But she's picking up Harry, and because Harry's going from the prison to the halfway house. And so she's packing a bag for him, and she puts in there a cell phone with a charger. That cell phone. I said, is that a burner? What? I mean, listen, he doesn't deserve anything state of the art. I'm not saying that he does, but it's always weird to me when I see people's phones and it's just like, it's a functioning phone. Is it smart? Who knows? With a charger so that he can charge it. And then what else is, oh, rings, girl, rings. She's like, so that people don't wonder if we're married. I mean, technically we are married because we got spiritually married. And I said, technically is the wrong word in this instance. You should have said, technically we are not married. But she's like, no, the government, that is not the technical. The spiritual is the technical. So she wanted him to have rings so that she's able to prove that their love is real and that maybe she'll be able to see him faster if they're husband and wife. She has his name saved at Mi Dulce Oso, my sweet something. I didn't look it up. Let me look it up. Mi Dulce Oso. Mi Dulce Oso. Translate. Oh, you know what I can do? I can put it in my phone. But anyways, so she has her mother come to help her choose an outfit for this, meeting. Her mother's like, immediately, that dress right there, that's the one you need to wear. And she's like, that one? Her mother's like, obviously. And so, they have like a plan of how they're going to do it. It's not translating. Meaning? My sweet bear. Oh, okay, that's cute. Graciela. Oh my God. Oh yeah, you're right. Brenda B, you guys all called it. I wasn't paying attention. India special. Indiana? Yes. Also, I did not know that was bear. Okay, I'm gonna have to learn my animals better in Spanish. But anyway, so my sweet bear is the name that she has for him in her phone. And so her and her mother are on the way to go and pick up Harry, or to at least go to the halfway house, because they go to the prison and she's on the phone with him and he's like, you see that building to your left? And I was like, where is he? How does he know what she can see and what she can't see? You see that building to your left? The one with the 4 windows? I was like, she's like, no. So her mother's driving her. She's in the passenger seat. Then all of a sudden, I don't think they recognize where he's at. They talk to producers. So they think that he's now gone to the halfway house. So this might be a couple of hours, like maybe 2 or 3 hours of them like driving around trying to figure out where Harry is and exactly where he's going to land. And so they call the halfway house. And she's like, well, I'm there to meet this person, Harry. When will he be able to have visitors? And the person is like, no, we're not having visitation right now because of COVID. And she's like, but we drove all the way from Maryland. And then the mother's like, no, we drove all this way. Let's talk to your manager. Can we speak to your manager, please? And so they're being cordial, but they're obviously very upset because they really did think that they were going to be able to hang out with Harry today. And so they speak to the manager, and the manager is so polite for someone dealing with people in the penal system, because normally like penal system stuff, they are just so rude and ridiculous. So I was like, the fact that they were like providing information and doing their best to have customer service with Indy was so shocking and surprising. But also Indy was like, what do you mean? So I can't come and visit? No. And I'm like, girl, what don't you understand? The they are, the no, visitations. Like what of those words in that sentence structure were you not understanding? I'm sorry. Well, I hate when people do that to me. When I tell them something and they're like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. And I'm like, what didn't you understand? I used all the proper words in the human language. I mean, in the English language. Just tell me what word is not making any sense to you. She's like, well, we were told, we didn't think. And the mother's like, girl, you didn't call up here to see, like, we in a whole pandemic. You didn't call up here to see what your options were. She's like, no, all the information that Harry got from his friends, other people who have gone through this, was like that I'd be able to come and visit him. So they just talk to whomever, and the person's like, yeah, we're not doing any day passes. We're not doing any vouchers. We're not doing any visitations. Like the only time he can go out is to get a job. And I was just like, and Indy was so upset that she nearly had a damn panic attack. And she was like, I don't even want to. It was like the second person in this episode who was like telling the cameras to chill and get back. Like she was so upset. I mean, I understand, but you didn't do your research, sis. Like this is your fault. This is your fault. And so her mother is just like, okay, Indy, you'll be okay. And I said, this mother is a forever mother. I mean, maybe the mother is pretty young, right? The fact that Indy, the mother doesn't look like she's much past 50, even if she is 50. I feel like Indy's mother is in her 40s. And I feel like Indy is in her 30s. Like, so maybe it's just like they grew up together. You know, maybe she had her young. She had all her kids relatively young because the mom looks really good. She looks really good. So, whew, girl, it was a lot. It was a lot. So that's where we ended with them. And then what else? Who else do we have? We've got Gabby and Chris. Now, this is disrespectful as Gabby. And the truth is that Gabby could read Chris's family for a myriad of things. Number one being Chris's mother's wig. As a dark-skinned woman, I said, okay, now something. We have to help her out. We have to help this mother out. Okay, but let's go back. So Gabby goes to meet Chris's mother and sister, and they don't trust Gabby. They feel like Gabby's only around because of the money, because of how much money Chris has spent on her. Also, the mother's worried that Gabby is volatile and so is Chris, and them as a combination does not mean anything good. And so I don't understand why they say they don't trust her, because honestly, if she didn't show up to any of this, then I could understand them saying they don't trust her. But the fact that she's showing up and she's insistent on being there and being around, to me, shows her dedication to Chris to a certain extent. But girl, that wig. Oh, I remember the name of this episode. It's called Bye Felicia, because the mom thing is Felicia. I mean, what can I say about the wig? It was worse than mine. And I don't even know how to pick out wigs. I don't even have like a young, person to help me do all this. I'm just trying. Why do they be so bad? You know what I'm saying? Why do the wigs on Love After Lockup be so bad? And I'm not saying you're gonna need to get a lace front. I'm saying at least get something with a bang. You know what I'm saying? Don't get a part. If you don't know how to deal with a part, just get you a bang. Just get you a bang. You know what I'm saying? Just cover it up, child. As president of the Dark Skin Divas, I just said that color was not working for me. I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking. I said, if your son is on the block slanging like that, why is y'all still in the projects? Essence, why you didn't hook your mama up? You knew she was gonna be on TV. Why you hook her up, huh? So anyways, Gabby and Essence go off to travel to stay at a hotel so that they can get up really early to get Chris. Now there's all this conversation about Chris and the feds. Girl, I don't know anything about what they're talking about. Looks like he owes some time to the feds. I mean, they're really talking like they're like kingpin families. You know what I'm saying? Like they are talking like this is par for the course. The feds might pick him up and he might have to do time with the feds. And the mother is talking about it like she's not devastated. Like it's just a part of life. Like, it's just like her son was out in the streets, doing what he needed to do for the family. It was like, oh, Godfather. It was like, my son is in prison for the family. The family is the most important thing. Yet y'all in the projects. I'm so confused, okay? Confused, okay? And I'm embarrassed for that wig. So, I am embarrassed Okay. They were giving me Jamaican vibes. Like, I don't know where they're from. They're from the islands. They were giving me island vibes. And I was just, I I can't get over it. So Essence and Gabby get to the hotel. And I said, y'all bleep out cussing and don't want folks to fight, but you will keep in Essence rolling a joint? I mean, I had to pause it several times. I said, is she rolling a joint? My girl. But also on television? Tell me y'all peeped the joint rolling. She was rolling a joint. Was she about to smoke it in that hotel room? I mean, girls, her nails were long. She was like, it's like, oh my God. OMG Jesus. That shit was bananas. That shit was bananas. But anyways, so basically Essence admitted that they don't trust Gabby. And Gabby's like, I don't want those people in his life. Like, I said, those people, ma'am, you're not going to pull this man away from his family. I don't like that talk. Like, I don't like it at all. Is it legal in New York City? I mean, New York State? Even so, they wouldn't show it in California. And he says she's stressed. I saw that too, Tony. And she didn't even look high. I was so confused. And also, it wasn't even a blunt. That's what I'm talking about. It was a joint. It was with rolling papers. She didn't get no Swisher Sweet. You know what I'm saying? She didn't get no Swisher. She didn't gut the Swisher. She didn't lick it until it was pliable. Like, I was so confused. It wasn't a blunt. And I was like, is Gabby smoking too? Like, I have so many questions. Talk to me about what's happening. Dime. Tell me. Okay. So the next couple, I think that's all with them. Let's bring in this. So we meet Dalton's mother. Now, this woman has a like Disney, like Snow White voice. It was very interesting. So Haley is driving over to this very fancy neighborhood. And I said, I wish I lived wherever it is that they live, because then I could afford a big house like that too on my salary. Don't get me wrong. There is in no way in my mind do I think that Dalton's family has like money, because you can have a nice house in the South for $400,000, okay? For 400 or 450. You could have a 2-bedroom nothing in California for 450. So in my mind, I'm like, they got money, but they don't got California money. So anyway, so Haley pulls up to this mansion and it's beautiful. And the mother lets her in and is like, Haley, I don't know why you trust my son. I told you to leave my son alone and don't give him any money, because he has the propensity to be the Tinder swindler. Have you guys seen Tinder Swindler? Dalton is real life actually got caught up Tinder swindler. My son is a swindler. Haley, I told you not to trust him. And Haley's like, I feel so dumb. I don't know why his family, who has all this money, is leaving it up to me to take care of him. I said, girl, don't nobody tell you to do anything for that grown man. You are making a choice. I could have had a bank account for Hendrix or Braxton or whatever that little boy's name is. I could have had that for him, but I gave it all to Dalton. And she using me. And she's like, yes, he is. And we told you not to. Ah. Like, I was waiting for her to call in her birds. Like, I was just waiting for her. I'm waiting to find the one I love. Like, just, it was giving me Snow White, Aurora, and Cinderella wrapped into one with that voice. It was a lot. It was a lot. That voice. I don't want you to spend your money, because I'm not spending my money on my son. I feel like he does the best when he's left to his own devices. He won't use anyone if he doesn't have access to them. And you, foolish Cruella, has given him access to your money. I mean, the whole time she's looking annoyed too. Like, homegirl's over there crying, and the mother's just like, hmm. I mean, but can we talk about her hair? Can we talk about a woman who's ready to be on camera? Can we just appreciate this cute little bob? Okay, we love a good color. She's giving us dimension. Her roots are just a slight bit darker. It was like it's a platinum blonde. Look at the lip. She's giving us like, this lip was all the rage on YouTube a few years ago, but it looks so good on her. It's like a taupe. She's carved out her eyes well. She's got her matching jewelry. She's got several necklaces, and I'm sure she has rings on as well. She's got some, dangled earrings. I can appreciate you. I mean, if you guys know anything about me, I appreciate a person who acknowledges that they're on camera. And then you have poor Haley girl just looking a washed out mess. Even though I really did like Haley's headband, I felt like, okay, Haley, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get you some brows. She did try this time, but the brows weren't sculpted enough, but that's fine. You know what it is? Haley needs to actually have her brows trimmed. I feel like Haley does her own brows, which, listen, if you don't got it, I understand. But if she could just like comb them up and then just give us a little trim, you know what I'm saying? So they're not as like out, and then like carve them, like give us a little concealer around them. She gave us a lip, and she actually had her hair down and curled. It would have been lovely. That pearl headband, really cute. Anyways, there's Wahima's fashion tip for the day. Let's see what else. I think that's it. I talked about everybody from this episode. All right, you guys, so that is the end of this recap. What are you guys saying in the commentary? Oh, yes, Mother does know the assignment, Rodney. Mother knows the assignment. Hi, Camille. Oh, my God, girl, you're late. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm almost out. Jasmine says, I would have been the same way if someone was crying to me like that. Dummy was. I, out loud, said, damn, she's nicer than I would have been. Annie says, my husband is got real self-conscious about his eyebrows right now. I mean, if you guys wanted me to talk about eyebrows, we can talk about Lauren, Lindsay's friend from Love Off the Grid. We're going to talk about that in 30 minutes. So listen, I can have eyebrow conversations all day, every day. That's the family of Haley's dreams. I mean, her family's not bad. Please do a video on the Tinder swindler. Love from London. What can I say about the Tinder swindler besides he had a very specific kind of woman? He had a woman who like has never been poor. There is no way in this world on God's green earth that I would ever give money to a billionaire's son. I'm sorry, ask your sister. You don't have a cousin? Don't ask me. And then taking out loans? You know what I'm saying? Credit is too important in the United States for you to make choices like that. Like, either I have a theory. The only people who would mess with their credit are people who have been poor for generations and like just don't care because they know that they will never have money and it's just like not a part of their life. So like, yeah, let's get credit cards and spend them up. Like, I'm going to be in debt. I'm not going to pay it. I don't care. Right. And then you have people who have a lot of money who like maybe just don't understand the value of credit and money because they have, family. And then you have those of us in the middle who have seen one side and are looking to go up and know that credit is a very important thing. If I were 21, maybe I would have made that mistake, but these women were in their 30s and they're getting credit cards, like behaving in fraudulent, like I work for him, so up my limit. To me, it just couldn't happen to me. So it was hard for me to understand. I understood when they said, oh, he's my boyfriend, but I'm like, but he's your boyfriend who's a billionaire. Like, maybe I would give him $1,000, but I wouldn't put myself in credit card debt for him. So even if I gave him all my money, I wouldn't be in debt. That's what I want to say. Even if I gave that person all my money, I would not be in debt. It would have been out of my 401k or something. I would have sold some stock, but never credit card debt to the point where he's now not even culpable because everything was in my name. Oh, girl, no. 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 All right, you guys. So that's the end of this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Come back in 20 minutes when I talk about Love Off the Grid. It's a good one. There's 2 episodes. Let's get into it. Love you guys. All the best. And see you in a couple minutes. Otherwise, I'll see you next week for 90 Day Fiance. There's no 90 Day Fiance this week, you guys. Super Bowl. All right. Have a fantastic week. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.